Welcome back, beautiful collective. Oh, sketchy. Someone acting very sketchy. What's this? Someone acting single here. What's going on? This is a narcissist. Okay, we got a narcissist. We got some competition here. This person could have left you a hot mess. They could have a bipolar disorder. Someone is in competition with you or sees you as competitive. Ooh. Someone needs to take care of their health. Somebody has been tapping into the energies here. Either you are being abused by somebody. This could be emotional abuse. This person could have called you crazy because they thought the grass was greener with someone else. Maybe you were picking up on the energy. Maybe they wanted you to compete. It's almost like they could have called you crazy. But they were being narcissistic. So this is somebody who could have called you crazy, but it's because they were narcissistic, thinking that the grass was greener, but it was artificial. They could have called you crazy. Oh, you're just a hot mess. You're imagining things. You're crazy. No. They were emotionally abusing you somehow. So you could have got fed up with this person always breaking their promises to you. And it's like they may have burnt you out. It's like they could have been sucking your energy from you. And it's just like this person's true identity is coming off in layers. Like maybe you didn't realize how many layers to this person there really was. Now, they could have been an energy vampire, or your person is getting burnt out from an energy vampire. It wouldn't shock me if what they did to you, they're not going to experience. It wouldn't shock me if they didn't. Somebody was interfering in the energies, and they could have been draining your energies. They could have been emotionally abusive toward you, like calling you names, calling you crazy, but it's almost like they wanted you to compete. It's like they wanted you to compete for them. That's pretty narcissistic. That could have been that you survived narcissistic abuse. It's For a time, you could have been a hot mess. I'm just saying. They could have had you thinking that you yourself were crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I imagining things? Am I going crazy here? I don't know. And they're coming off all stable. But they were with a bunch of lustful vampires. Sex drainage. Okay? No wonder. No wonder your energy was getting drained. If your energy was getting drained, that's why. This person was playing mind games with you. They were emotionally abusing you somehow. They could have called you crazy. They could have said you're crazy. You're imagining things. But you weren't. You were picking up on the energies. Okay? And if anything, this person wanted you to compete for them. Yeah, you're frickin' right they did. That is emotional abuse. I think they were keeping you stuck. They could have told you, don't be foolish. Don't be foolish. You know, you're crazy, but you weren't. It was their ego. They were juggling. They could have said you were bipolar. They could have said you were crazy. They could have been talking behind your back, saying, you know, maybe they're crazy. You know what I mean? But the thing is, I don't know. This person could have had you a hot mess for a while. I'm just saying. They really could have stressed you out. Either mentally or emotionally. Either or, they were draining your energy. This person could have had you... I don't know who's getting drained here. If it was you, them draining you, to the point of where you could have been getting sick even. You know what I mean? Like, you had to trust your instincts, your intuition here. I think it's just moving on to the next victim. You know what I'm saying? It's like you had to take leadership here because you were tapping into the energies. I'm telling you right now. I think that you're being protected here from this person. See, you knew the truth that they were cheating. I think that they wanted you to compete for them. I think that they were playing mind games with you and then gaslighting you and telling you, oh, you're crazy. You know, you're crazy, you're crazy. Like, you know what I mean? You weren't crazy, and I want you to know you weren't crazy. It's like you were picking up on this energy. You were. They were draining you of your light. I'm telling you, they're deceptive as hell. It's like they were playing mind games with you, and I don't care what mind games they were playing. It's emotional abuse. They were playing mind games with your heart and with your energy. And they were likely draining you of your energy by dealing with these third parties, draining you and your good energy. Dang. It's like they thought you'd be so sad. They really think they're the catch. I'm telling you. They really do. They are a player. They are. And I think you needed to move on because they were manipulative. Look, they are very manipulative. And now, you know what? They could be of two minds. They could be bipolar. And maybe they're actually the ones that are crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? This person, you needed to walk away from them. You did. It's like they were playing games with you to get attention, to get your attention. It's like they were keeping you in some kind of mental trap. It's like they wanted you to chase. They wanted you to get angry. It's like they wanted you to react. And react in a negative way. They wanted you to chase after them. And they were doing things to make you feel like you were crazy. Like you may have even thought, why am I so tired? Why am I so drained? Why am I so reactive? Why am I so acting this way? Well, that's because they were playing the game. They were gaslighting. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. Blaming you for your reactions to how they were treating you. Like, you're crazy. What are you, crazy? Blaming you for their reactions. This person was testing you, testing you, testing you. It's like they wanted to see how far they could push you. They wanted to see if you would chase. They wanted to see if you would crack up under pressure. This is crazy. They're crazy. Empresses don't chase. Just all for this person's own self-gratification. That's all it was. It's a good thing this tower struck. I'm just saying. It's like you had to become. Maybe you did react. It's okay if you did. You can't be loving all the time. I don't care. There's not a human being on this planet that, everybody has their pressure points and everybody has their fuse. You know what I mean? And I think you blew your fuse dealing with this person. I think they pushed you to your limit. Because normally you're very loving and nurturing. And I think if you did explode on this person, they deserved it. It just got to the point where you couldn't trust them anymore. even though they may have been ghosting in and out of your life like that, it doesn't matter. This person's actions are something else. Yeah. Oh boy. So you could have predicted this. You could have called this. They actually could have gone back to an ex who they said was crazy. Everybody they've been with seemed to have some kind of problem, you know, including you. But I can't do this. I can't do this. It's actually a cry for help is what it is. Oh, jeez. They switched up on you. They wanted you to judge yourself. They wanted you to think that you lost the best thing that ever happened to you in your life, and they wanted you to compete for them. They were thriving off the attention. They were getting attention from it. You know, you worried sick, you know what I mean? What's wrong? What's wrong with me? They wanted you to judge yourself. Like, what's wrong with me? Am I crazy? Am I imagining things? What's wrong with me? They were trying to sweeten the deal here. They were definitely playing mind games with you, and as far as I'm concerned, that is emotional abuse. Because they're not being transparent, they're not being real. They're in this blaming energy, like blaming you for being crazy when it was the truth. Your instincts knew it, and they covered up to save their own butts. I know. Trust me. I know. In fact, I was just thinking about that today. I am so grateful to be out of certain relationships that I have found. I'm grateful to God that I'm not in them. Just saying. I feel, you know, I saw one lady, it was about 20 years ago, I guess, maybe 15, that had survived a brutal narcissistic relationship. She didn't even look real anymore. Like, her eyes were vacant. She would just stare off into space as like blocking everything out. And I remember seeing that look on her face, like completely dead. I said, I'm never going to let somebody do that to me. It was just vacant. Her eyes were vacant. Like, in order to survive that, she blocked it all out. Like, she was not home. Gone. They will suck your livid soul from your body. Be grateful if you've escaped that, because not all people do. And power to you. I don't care if, let them call you crazy, let them call you whatever they want to call you. You know the truth. And your soul is more valuable and precious than anything they could ever give you. Take care.